Crime Space Podcast. We are back. It's your boy, Tech Daddy.
Scheisse.
Oh, no.
What? Where'd the German come from?
I was looking at, I thought you'd set up. I thought you were going to say something.
I was expecting John to say
and
something.
I was like, oh, okay, I'll just wait. And then you did, and I panicked, and I defaulted to German, because that's what we do here, apparently.
Oof, that is telling.
It could super lie to my German listeners. We're going to keep this moving. All right. Welcome to Crime Space Podcast. We're History Best Podcast. We do history, mystery, music. If you are new, we appreciate you giving us a listen to. I know we have a lot of new followers on Instagram. We've been seeing a lot of new followers on all of our media, actually. So if you are new, we appreciate giving us a follow. We hope you like this episode. If you do, leave us a comment, drop us a line, send us an email. We've actually gotten a few of those recently too, just about some suggestions about episodes and just some critiques. They've all been positive, at least. I forgot to bring that up earlier. That's my bad. But
I just assumed everyone hated us.
Thankfully, they don't.
They listen out of spite.
Now that I would believe. For people that like you, yes. It's just spite listens or watches when we have video now. So anyway, so yeah, if you're new, we appreciate you listening to us. Like I said before, give us a like, give us a follow. We do have a website, requiredtastepodcast.com. Check us out there. You can get some of our merch there too. We did a merch photo shoot, so you can actually see what we have. Well, we kind of did, because myself and DJ were prepared. These two weren't.
Wait, what was I prepared for?
I did as instructed. I showed up.
You followed half of the
photo shoot?
Yes.
Yeah, I showed up.
Oh my God.
We were told to be there.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah.
I was told it was a photo shoot, and I was in pictures. Mission accomplished.
Look at the rabbit.
Look at the flowers.
Okay. Anyways, if you're a returning
That's
listener,
an old reference.
it really is.
It's an old reference.
It really is, and I hope our listeners are old enough to get that reference.
Yeah.
Because
That was about the time I stopped watching that show.
that's probably fair.
Fair.
That's fair.
I think it's still going.
It is.
Not the main series.
Well,
I think that's
it's split off.
yeah.
Yeah.
The main is done, because I quit watching after Rick, and yeah, and then all the splits are going still. I
God,
think
they all
think
should have
so.
died on season 5.
you can make an argument for it.
That's fair. Anywho, if you're a returning listener, we appreciate you giving us the support. It's been 3 whole years, and we're still doing it. So we're surprisingly still growing, though, so which is cool. So again, if you're new, we appreciate it. If you're returning, we really appreciate it, because you guys have been sticking with us for a minute.
Like a goiter.
Okay. Well, past any growths on your neck, keep that fucking moving. We haven't done a 3-year party yet, because of, obviously, Foreign Local hasn't reopened their new location yet. But October they are, and I'm going to be working with Mikey on getting that party set up. So I'm sorry if we haven't, been given any FaceTime recently. We're going to work on that. We're going to figure that out. Side note, shout out to Foreign Local though, because they did just post about us on their Facebook, and that was pretty dope. So they're coming back out. I think October. Is it 11th or 12th? They're doing an event there. Actually, DJ's band is playing in it. So there's that. Don't know. I don't think DJ mentioned it to really anybody, but yeah, October 11th they're doing their barrel burning, and DJ's band is gonna be playing at that. So
normally it's an issue when your bar starts supporting you in society, but this time it's an okay thing.
I'd rather have the bar supporting me than AA. Anywho, so
Or both.
or the bar supporting your stint in AA.
yeah.
We made so much money off you, it's a problem.
Yep, that's true.
Call the number at the bottom of your screen.
Oh, please don't. Oh man, it's funny that you mentioned that though, because it's like when we always would joke about the patio at Set 'em Up and how we pretty much financed the damn thing. Like when Set 'em Up was still like a dive bar, and we were the only people ever going there. Yeah, you're welcome. We kept those lights on.
Yeah, I go back and forth on missing it.
I haven't since I moved out here. I really don't go.
Yeah,
that often. That ain't it's a younger crowd there, man. I like to have my drink in peace
because of the fucking patio.
Also true.
That's why I kind of go back and forth. Like I want them to be successful, but yeah, I don't know. I missed the in between when it was they just knocked out all the stuff and basically cordoned off the parking lot.
Yeah,
and called it a patio.
I remember that.
I like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was good times. It was good times. But, things change. People change. It happens. But also we got older, and I just don't want to be around the youth anymore.
Nope.
I don't have a desire for it. I go across the streets of Atlas Room and have a cocktail in peace. And I'll look across the street like, huh, that's really busy over there.
How do you feel about your grass and young people on it?
Well, thankfully, I don't have to deal with it much. But if there is a young man on my grass, I will be quite upset. Mm-hmm. I just mowed it today. Fuck.
If John's in my house, I'm upset. That's how old I am.
That's fair.
If I'm in your house, I'm upset.
Horrible. It's horrible. Oh, man. So, we used to start off the episodes with a question just to get the ice broken. Sometimes we don't, honestly. Sometimes we just let it flow. And today, we're going to talk about, we have a very kind of a newer topic. I don't even know how to describe what we're talking about today.
A listicle.
You're done talking.
I mean, we're like 6 minutes into it, and I know we want to try to do a Patreon tonight, so we should probably just dive into it.
I would say a spotlight on historic characters.
Yeah, so there are certain people in history that are kind of just have a history of doing some good in the world and being uplifted as good people that were secretly pieces of shit. We're going to talk about it.
There's people that are products of their time.
Sure.
And have the sins of their time. But we're talking about people that go a bit further. Where you know it's wrong.
I have a feeling this is going to come back to bite us in the ass when we become like famous and people start doing this episode about us.
When we're products of our time.
Indeed. Products of our situations. Well, I mean, it's funny though, because and there wasn't really much to scroll, but I scrolled my social media years ago. So I'm fine. Yeah. And thankfully there wasn't really much social media when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't really do much, but still.
Yeah, but you have this.
Oh yeah, well, I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything on here that I would be worried about.
I've never said anything. I'm not prepared to take to court.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Communists are not people. I will say that to my dying day.
Okay.
Yep. I have nothing to hide. You disagree?
Would like to say the same thing.
You tried to sell us on space racism,
Say slavery. Say
slavery, John.
A sales pitch.
It was a really bad one.
It was.
Oh, we know, John. You just couldn't have said it any worse.
Right.
It was.
It was what it was.
It was a pamphlet.
It was. It was a critique on George Lucas's illustration of space slavery.
It was a
Jehovah's you worded it horribly.
For those that are new to the channel,
best thing ever,
that are wondering what we're referring to, we every year in May do a Star Wars episode. And this past May Star Wars episode, there was
two ago.
This is like 2 or 3 years
We did
old.
just Empire Strikes Back last May.
Wow, was that a year ago then?
Yeah,
wow, that was last year in May.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we did.
Damn.
This is old racism.
We did.
Isn't it all?
We did the original trilogy, then the prequels, and then we just
because it was the prequels that we were referring to.
Right,
then. So
and then we
that's
did
my
just
bad.
the Empire.
It's just it's so
Empire
fresh in my mind. I
mine
feel like
too.
it was.
I replay it once a week just to keep it fresh.
So yeah, there was last year. I'm sorry.
Gets the people moving. It's provocative.
It was provocative. Got my foot about to move up his ass.
I have laughed so hard that my face hurt. I have laughed so hard my stomach hurt.
Your arm hurt the one day.
I have,
The wasp is in it.
Fuck you.
I laughed so hard your arm hurt.
I have laughed so hard that my throat hurt. I have never, other than that day, laughed so hard that my back hurt. My ribs and my spine were aching. But anyway.
Throwing backs out.
Patreon. Anyways. All right. So today we're just going to talk about a couple people that were secretly, well, not really secretly, but just have a past that's a bit sketchy. And it's funny, though, because there's a quote I'm going to start off with from Mahatma Gandhi that kind of fits this. Because Gandhi's my topic. We're going to talk about Gandhi and his racism. So, one of his quotes, he says, "It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest may weaken and the wisest may err." Right.
I think Himmler said something similar.
Oh, there's a joke about the FCC in there.
Oh God!
Anyways,
I completely forgot. I have to bring this up. It is the most politically correct, incorrect thing I have ever come up with.
Sure.
I found a PC way of saying the Holocaust.
Okay.
Without saying the Holocaust.
I feel like this is going to go very bad very quickly. This is
just like you were just saying.
We were just saying. There's nothing I said on a recorded medium that I would regret. Now, Ben, please say what you're about the future regret.
Because the other day I was trying to research Holocaust denial because I have weird hobbies.
Well, yeah, I've met a Holocaust denier, and I have issues.
It's so much, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's so much fun to get inside the mind of a crazy person. But
sure.
Because there is no Holocaust denial here whatsoever. No. But intrusive thoughts as they are, and everything, I sat there and like, what would the PC term for the Holocaust be? And I came up with the de-dreidling of Europe.
I for a quick instance, there was going to be an Easy Bake Oven reference.
All right, dude. John, I'm coming home with you. I'll leave you here. I gotta go.
You know, honestly, not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Right, it's clever. It is very clever, but
it's like Malort.
We should probably do an episode on the Holocaust one day just for all the stupid jokes that we do make so people do know.
That we 100% believe that it happened.
Also just how we feel. But
sure. Yeah. Well, the feelings universally it's horrible.
Well, it should be.
I think it's an important event.
Sure.
Do I think we could cover this in a tasteful manner where we don't make very insensitive jokes?
We aren't paid for the... It's Evel Knievel. We aren't paid for the jump. We're paid for the attempt.
It's a horrible idea.
That's credit to Jimmy Carr. I'm pretty sure that's his joke. But
that's fair.
Anyway, Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi. All right, so... I'm going to keep it as very brief as I can because, I mean, most people probably, I hope, would know the history of Gandhi, like who he was, why he was important, why he was so held in such high regard with so many people around the world.
Yeah.
Why there are statues of this dude, like why, again, like all the things that he did.
Pillar of nonviolence.
Exactly.
And what have you.
The very brief abridged version of his history. Obviously, he was from India. He was, I believe, Hindu in religion. So there was he was trying to make peace between the Muslims in India and the Hindu in India. At the same time, he was also trying to stop the British colonialism in India as well by peacefully marching, peacefully protesting. There was a Salt March that was big.
Hunger strikes. Yeah.
It was really easy to be seen as the real good guy when the British were involved with anything.
Honestly. Yeah, that's exactly accurate. Yeah.
History loves an underdog, and they will take those certain stories out.
It's true, and it's funny though because Soviet like if you and we don't cover politics very often because it's just kind of a sticky topic we want to stay away from just because of everything can be backlash nowadays. But I mean, if you look at the British colonialism and how it's ending now, like we're still talking about British colonies. I'm sorry, this is the French. My bad. French colonialism is ending in Africa.
Oh, right.
Because we were talking about that the other day. Yeah. So I mean, like that era of European
Pax Britannia, Pax.
I mean, there was still like the Falkland Island Wars or whatever that occurred in Argentina over like a fucking 2 square mile island that nobody touched.
Yes.
Pax Britannica.
There it is. I was just about to. Yeah, I was like, I know. We had just talked about this. But anyways,
you had Pax Romana, Pax Britannica. Right now we're in Pax Americana or Americana, I think.
We'll go with that.
Anyway, chapters of time.
So yeah, like obviously, like Gandhi was very, very central figure in the decolonization of India from the British power. So that was really why he was well known. However, the other side of him, so I kind of knew he had a history in law. I just really didn't know how far back it went. So in 1893, this dude was actually working as a lawyer in South Africa.
Wow.
Who would have thunk it?
I did. Yeah. I mean, the South Africa part is what's most surprising.
I didn't know he left India.
I didn't know he had I didn't know he had the calorie intake.
Well, he was actually always a vegetarian too. Yeah. By the way, before he was doing like his hunger strikes, he was actually a vegetarian in the first place. Like he actually would hate to.
Easier to avoid meals.
Yeah, because he doesn't know how good meat is.
Also closer to the mustache man that I alluded to earlier.
We're going to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So
don't trust vegetarians.
We're going to get there. All right. So obviously with it being South Africa in the 19th century, there was a lot of obvious racism going on down there. South Africa, as I'm hoping that the audience knows, had a bit of a thing called apartheid going on in South Africa, where the African natives were forced out of their homes, forced out of their farmlands, and essentially made into damn near slaves and forced to work the land that it had stolen from them. Good times. Anywho, again, I'm not going into details of all that. It's something that you can obviously easily Google if you want to know more about that.
Or we'll do a future episode on it.
I mean, I can always talk about some Nelson Mandela.
What years was he in South Africa?
He was there from 1893 to. I actually don't have when he left, unfortunately.
Okay,
never left.
The second Boer War started in 1899.
Oh. I never thought about that.
Yeah, actually. just to put it into not reference in focus.
He was such a bad lawyer.
Yes, the Boer War happened again.
I wasn't blaming Gandhi.
I am.
I'm blaming Gandhi.
But, yeah, to give the idea what's going on in South Africa.
So yes, obviously, like there's racial discrimination going on down there. Part of that discrimination was also against the Indian population that was lived down there too, because again, colonialism, a lot of them were traveling between the two. So what Gandhi was doing down there was he created a subpart of Congress for the Indian people to bring up Indian issues to like help make their lives down there easier. Cool, makes sense. However, here's where it starts to get interesting. 1903, when Gandhi was making this whole Congress thing, he said that white people should still be the predominant race of folks down there. He also said that, he also described the Africans of South Africa as being very dirty and living like animals. I wonder why they were like that, Gandhi, you fucking asshole. Anyways.
Giving, what is it, like Uncle Tom? Is that the reference?
It's Uncle Ruckus right now, technically.
It is Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Tom is actually an interesting story that we should probably cover essentially one of these days. But, because that is what, if you had a black person, African American, that was speaking out against his people to white people, you would call them an Uncle Tom.
Okay,
is how the term is used. However, the history of that term is actually really interesting, and that's something we can cover some other time though. Anyways. So again, starting with that, he also wrote that the Indian people were superior to Africans. So he was essentially to the white people that were down there in South, the Europeans in South Africa. He was telling them like, "Hey, treat the Indians better, but we all hate the Africans, though. The enemy of my enemy type shit." Trying to get his people lifted above the Africans their country that they were fucking in.
He's playing middle of the road with racism.
Yes, he's worse than you.
I want to put a little idea in your head because of what I said earlier. Mahatma Gandhi, but voiced by Uncle Ruckus.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch this shit out of that.
Oh, man.
Just imagine the whole episode is him trying to be like blatantly racist, and it's somehow coming off as like these peaceful protests or whatever.
Gandhi would be hilarious.
Like he's trying to do like like their phrasing is like
Stink meter looks like fucking Gandhi.
He does. So the epiphany just had there.
God, yeah, hit my head doing it.
So yeah, he again, like these are the things that either he wrote down or he was just known to say. He was also known to call the Africans by their derogatory name. And if you've ever watched Lethal Weapon, you'd know exactly which one I'm referring to.
Oh, the K?
Yep. So he was constantly referring to them as
diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity. And he also suggested that there should actually be segregation from between the Indians and the Africans, by the way. So he also was adding to the fire that he wanted the Indians to be segregated from that.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't sure if you watched the movie. Okay.
Your eyebrows were kind of saying like I don't get the reference.
I was thinking multiple references, but not that movie.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But you're black.
But you're blick. God, I love the Lethal Weapon movies.
Good movies.
I love the Lethal Weapon movies.
Shit. Anyways, so yeah, he's again suggested that there should be segregation again from the Indians and Africans, and which is crazy because, like, dude, again, you're in their country, saying that you want to be separated from them in their own country.
I mean, it was kind of
he was kissing the European man's ass, just trying to be part of him.
It was kind of like us with the Indians, though, like the Native Americans.
There we go. Yeah, it's real bad. So, anyways,
yeah, I guess I would go. I was trying to think of something to liken it to, but I guess I would kind of go with like the French and Indian conflict, French and Indian war.
Yeah,
one tribe cutting out the legs of another. For, English versus French.
Right.
And if you've never seen Last of the Mohicans, you have to watch that movie.
It's a good one.
It's a fantastic movie.
It's a good movie. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say we should probably actually talk about the French Indian War at some point because we never talk about it.
No, it's very important.
And most people don't even know about it.
The French and Indian War is the World War I or Korean War of that era.
Sure.
It just goes forgotten about because of the American Revolution.
Yeah, it was right after that.
And we should also talk about South American tribes.
There's a lot.
South American tribes?
Yeah, like the Aztec, Incas, and...
Oh, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I just it was vague and specific at the same time. That's why that's why I was.
Last of the Mohicans got me there.
Okay,
fair enough. All right, cool. So that's him in South Africa. And mind you, at the same time, there were also rumors going around. Like a lot of this was actually written down, and I've got the name of the book, and I should have written down the author of it, who goes into all these details about Gandhi. But one of the other rumors that were going on is that he also was aiding the South African government against the Africans. So again, completely just like, oh, love and peace, but fuck the Africans though. Anyways.
All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others.
It's really giving Jim Crow era. But anyways,
I'll use Animal Farm any fucking time I can.
Fair enough. Now, in the same vein of this, and I have to say this, of course, because this is what a lot of people said towards the end of his life after his death, were that like because of all of his views of equality and of their being like one people and all this a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some historians were saying that because of his views at the end of his life, he was essentially kind of making up for these things that he said and did.
Oh, a redemption arc?
Exactly. But it's like, but he never came out and said that though. Like he never came out and said like, "Oh, I'm sorry for da-da-da. I was wrong for blah blah blah." He never did that. Instead, he was sleeping with with underage girls.
Yeah,
I'll get there.
I don't support space slavery, but
right,
them underage girls.
So about the mustached man and Gandhi. So there were, of course, a lot of rumors going around because Gandhi lived for a while. And because of that, he actually was around before the beginning of World War II.
I actually did not know that.
Yes, he actually did have correspondence with Hitler, with the mustache man.
Yep.
And
Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, he lived till
1948.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, he lived for a while.
Shit, he saw Israel.
It's probably his fault too.
Oh.
Anywho, so
1869 to 1948. Wow.
There was a lot of rumors going around, like, so the internet's full of course, like rumors and whatnot about his correspondence with Hitler because of how he would speak to him in letters. That people suggested that he actually supported Hitler, that he was friends with Hitler, Well, with again his views about Africans, I mean, it's not far off because the mustache man also thought they weren't people. So, anywho.
Hey man, I know how you think about the not people.
Right, I have more not people for you to not think about.
Oh, I had the worst thought. I'm gonna tell you after.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, you don't want to speak on an recorded meeting?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna keep going so that we can get to a Patreon tonight. All right,
John can go home,
and we can release John from his service. Yes. All right. So the reason why this happened though is because when he would write letters to the Mustache Man, he would refer to him as friend, and he would sign his letters as your sincere friend. So this was proven. They were found. It was a thing that happened. So obviously people took that plus the racism and put together that he supported Hitler. Okay. Essentially, that is a rumor. It was unfounded. Well, it's definitely founded, but it was found to not be true, though. According to Gandhi, he said he called everybody friend. He said he tried to speak to him in that way to get him to not. He wanted him to not start a war. Essentially, was the goal of it.
I was going to ask if there was just something as simple as some language shenanigans.
It pretty much was.
In the translation.
It was him trying to come off as friendly. To help persuade him to not start World War II, which obviously did not work.
Like I had a teacher in college that commonly referred to me as friend. He hated me, but he called me friend all the time.
Yeah, that's fair. He also did describe Hitler's actions as monstrous and devoid of human dignity. So he was not a secret Nazi.
Okay.
That's nice. We're going to talk about a guy later that was, though. Anywho. So Gandhi and his sexuality, gotta bring this up because it'd be foolish if I didn't.
How quickly that point he got goes away.
Oh yeah, that he gained 1 point and is gonna lose a bunch. So he took a vow of celibacy when he was 38. Right. He actually already had it. We hope that he did. He actually already had 4 kids anyways.
So, well, I was just gonna say, taking a vow of celibacy at 38 ain't shit.
Yeah, if I'm 38, I'm not doing that though. That sounds terrible.
Well, no, I'm not doing it either. But also, like you've had your like
experiences, yes,
like 80% of the ones you were gonna have anyway. So like, it's not that big. You're not falling on the sword here. No pun intended.
Fair enough. So this,
I'm more impressed by a nun.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, like I said, he already had 4 kids. With his wife. Apparently he got married when he was like 13 or something like that. But again, culture. Culture.
He did?
Yes.
Okay.
Married to his wife at the age of 13. Which again, cultural at the time, whatever. I'm not speaking badly about that part.
Okay. Well, I more meant
what I will
he
speak
was
about.
13 or she was 13?
He was 13.
Okay.
I don't know how old she was. I didn't write that down. That's on me. But again, that was whatever. I don't have much to say about that. Because I also know how old she was, so whatever. Yeah. The problem that I do have, though, is the rest of this. Mm-hmm. So Gandhi was known, and I had it written down, but I could never pronounce it. It actually is a Hindu custom that I was going to mispronounce and probably summon a demon into my home. So what he would do is he was known to share a bed with naked teenage girls. One of them was, in fact, his great grandniece.
Yep.
And it was a test of his celibacy. So apparently he believed that there was, I forgot, again, I should have written this down, but there was a war that broke out, and he believed it happened because his thoughts were not in complete align with celibacy. So he believed that he was responsible for this and started doing this to prove that he could control his mind and body.
Man, the ego on some people.
I was gonna say, think how you have to think about yourself. Go up to your buddies and be like, "Guys, I think I'm fucking too much. That I started the war in the Middle East."
I mean, if you've
my life decisions have created the war in the Middle East because I'd be fucking too much.
I've seen the movie Troy. Anyways,
all right. I'll retract my statement.
Oh, so I was actually going to try to look up the name of the war that he believed he started.
Also, I feel like if you have to test your celibacy with naked teenage girls, you already failed the test. I feel like if that's where you're like, oh yeah, I've added this temptation to it, and hey man, those are teenagers. Why are the teenagers the temptation?
Yeah.
You failed the test. You wrote your name down and it was wrong.
I want to live in a world where, well, not live in, but I want to view a world where him and a few other people just kind of get nudged over the edge into cult territory, because like a lot of these people are just they're
It's right there.
They're 2 steps away. They're 2 steps. They're 2. Like, I mean, just if a butterfly, flapped its wings just a little different in their childhood or something or whatever, it's a full blown cult that they're in charge of or something.
I always knew there was a reason why I didn't like them in Civilization 6.
Dude, all right. First and foremost, man, I play a lot of Civ 5. Fucking Gotti will nuke you in a heartbeat.
Wait, what the fuck are we talking about?
Civilization.
Sid Meier's Civilization. It's a role-playing strategy game.
It's like a world building.
Or no, not role
grand strategy.
Oh,
game.
okay.
Like an average game of it takes about between like 6 to 12 hours.
Jeez.
It's one of those ones where like you're a nation and you're like gathering resources and fighting other nations. And so for each of the nations, they have like a figure who represents that nation.
One that's like easily recognizable if you've even glanced at a history book.
Yeah. So like the U.S. will be like Abraham Lincoln.
Who's in charge of Germany?
It was Kaiser Wilhelm in one of them. I can't remember the other ones.
Ironically, not the most recognizable German citizen.
Indeed.
He wasn't German. He was Austrian, but he was a German citizen.
Right.
Before anybody says anything.
I want them to have the balls to do it one day.
Ironically, I think Hitler had one testicle.
There's probably that whole thing about that rumor. Did you ever watch the movie? We're getting so off topic right now, but it gets brought up in a movie or a TV show about a movie. The Gentleman on Netflix. The movie Guy Ritchie TV show about kind of the follow up of the movie. They bring that up. They bring up Hitler's missing testicle.
No shit.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I haven't watched the show. I've watched the movie. I haven't watched the show.
The show is fantastic. Please do yourself a favor and watch it. Anyways, all right. So I was looking up the war that he believed that he indirectly started. Apparently that was a misconception. Apparently, so that might be on my bad. I still cannot pronounce the name of the practice because again, I don't speak Hindu.
Does it have a speaker thing?
I wish, but no.
His last name is German.
It is.
So anyways, but he did say that he had some feelings of guilt regarding the 1947 partition of India, but that was more of the religious issue than anything else, which I kind of brought up earlier. Anywho, moving past that, so he also had some thoughts about women's duties in the home, being more homemakers and stuff like that. Which
I think strictly in the home.
Pretty much,
more that route from what I recall.
But he also had, of course, some thoughts about contraception, which weren't good. He thought that sex should only be used for marriage, or not marriage. Sex should only be used for procreation.
Gross.
He also had some thoughts about SA as well and women's role in it.
Not gonna listen to anything about from a guy who took a vow of celibacy.
Honestly,
you literally don't have skin in the game.
Literally no skin.
Literally no skin in the game.
But there was a story, and again,
skin in there, and it was teenage girls.
Ew. And anyways, so with any kind of essay, he also had some interesting thoughts. There is a rumor going around that once there was a woman being harassed by two women harassed by one boy. And instead of punishing the boy for harassing the women, he actually cut the women's hair off because that would lessen their attractiveness to the man and make them and make their lives easier or better, if you will. It was all ass backwards, of course. So but again, that was more of a rumor. I don't have anything to really confirm that. It was just something that I read in one place. I'm like, I'm going to put it in here just kind of give context to what I'm referring to. Anyways, but he was also always seen with women attendants. Like all of his attendants were women, and he also, again, this is alleged, would use. He would always way older years. There's always like pictures of him like with his arms over like these two women, like young women, like I say, help them walk.
Yeah, I kind of remember those.
He referred to them as his walking sticks. Anywho, so
it'd be funny if it was anybody else,
right?
It would be a joke,
right?
It's funny without all the other like blatant sexism and racism.
That's what I mean.
It's like if it was just like once or twice, or like just some old really nice guy, and one day he was like, "Oh yeah, they helped me walk through my walking sticks." I'm like, "Oh, that's adorable,
Grandpa."
Adorable. And like, you made another sexist joke. That's real fucking surprising.
So yeah, that's really all I had about him, though. Like as I said before, some of the historians do view that his views on race later on show that he did have changed as a person. However, in recent years, several universities have removed their statues of Gandhi because of it. So there's that.
I don't know that I've ever seen a statue of Gandhi.
Well, not here in America. No, we wouldn't.
Okay,
there's that. Yeah. Yeah, essentially, like he had several statues that's been removed, and like this is like recent years too that it's starting to happen more often. There's getting rid of statues of Gandhi. Some places still fine with it, whatever. But you know, that's up to them. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Gandhi and how he was kind of a fucking piece of shit.
I now have different thoughts. So a while ago at my last job when I left, my team got me a little gift, going away. And it was this little like plexiglass like stand, and it had a quote on it from Gandhi. And now I feel different about that.
No,
maybe I'll just scratch off Gandhi.
What was the quote?
It's a nice quote. It's something like
but I want to fuck with it.
Leaders are not judged by their accomplishments, but by the number of leaders that they create, or something like that.
I was getting ready for it to say something about character, and I was going to laugh after the past 20 minutes.
Here is a rank of the racists. Racists.
Oh, you know, actually, I found the incident. It happened in South Africa, actually, and he did cut off the hair of two women.
Oh, it was a South African incident.
Yep. Yep. But apparently, he used to do it like that was about, like I said before, with the SA problem. But yeah, he said, he stated his intent was to make them less sexually attractive to men. Because that's how you fix it, apparently.
Apparently.
Fucking hell. You know what's sad is I feel like we've heard that same thing come out of somebody's mouth like in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Probably last 5 years. Fuck. Anywho, that's
like they shouldn't dress like that.
So give them mace. Nobody's attractive when they're macing you.
Fair mace. Unless you're into that kind of thing.
But, so random thought or thing that happened is my dad, like he walks his dog, and a lot of people are stupid and just let their dogs off the leash. And their dogs are very aggressive towards like everything that breathes.
Yeah. Or just investigative.
And so he got attacked by a dog, and so he started carrying around, like, eventually started carrying a gun, but he would also carry mace.
Sure.
And so the one dog, like, was attacking his dog, and he fucking maced it. The dog stepped back, shook its head, and came right fucking back at him.
Yeah, so
he took that mace like a champ.
So I'm gonna touch on this. For a quick second, because I do have an opinion on this.
Oh, who's surprised by that?
Well, no, it's a moment to put out good information, arguably good information, especially since we are talking about women getting attacked in South Africa. What you want is, my personal belief is, a brand called Saber and a specific product they make called Saber Red. And I always forget how to pronounce the word. But it's something like capsicoids or something like that is in the concoction, right? More or less, it's what makes your hot wings hot.
Yeah, capsaicin.
And maybe something like that. And it's their product is measured in the by Scoville,
yeah,
and everything. Whereas all the other crap isn't. You know, it's a mild eye or respiratory irritant. Whereas the Saber Red is not so nice.
That's amazing, actually. And that actually is pretty good information. I'm glad you mentioned it. Also, for those that are wondering what the hell Scovilles are, that's what they measure hot peppers by.
Yep.
So
that's how they're made.
How many Scoville are they?
I don't. It's been so long.
I'm looking it up.
It's been so long.
I like the Scoville measurement thingy, but also most peppers are like in the millions now, and I'm like, I feel like we need to downrate it to like kilo Scoville or something. Like, all right, this one's 15 million. It starts to lose its value.
But yeah, Saber Red is your friend. But anyway, that was my thing.
So I can't pronounce that either because it is capsaicin though.
Okay.
But if there was a word in front of it that I cannot,
I know to look for capsa blank.
You got
because
it.
I can't say the freaking rest
It
of
is 2 million Schofield.
Yeah, there you go.
That is an impressive number.
It is hot.
That's gonna stop.
It is hot.
Oh
But
man, fucking
Saber Red spelled Sabre.
yeah, indeed.
Check them out. I highly recommend.
And I highly recommend our listeners to be safe. So yeah.
Or the only other one I suggest would be POM, spelled POM. But anyway, I could talk about that all day.
All right. Well, I'm done with my topic,
Yeah.
so go ahead.
Pepper spray more people. Is what we're endorsing.
No. I mean, unless you need to.
I think more people need to be pepper sprayed.
Okay.
Are you saying less people need to be pepper sprayed? I feel like it's more.
I can think of one.
Is it Gandhi?
Coco Chanel.
Okay. Yes. Coco Chanel.
Yeah. I picked Coco Chanel because as anybody who has ever spent any amount of time around me knows that I am defined by one phrase, and that is high fashion.
Yes.
I've only once ever seen Ben not in a flannel.
I've only seen his legs once. It's weird.
I don't wear flannels. I wear plaid. But anyway,
Okay.
there's a difference. And so yeah, Coco Chanel. If you don't know, she was a fashion designer from France in the early 1900s. Born 1883 in France. Born to father and mother. I'm giving you the really short abridged version because we're just trying to blast through this episode. But if you're interested, check more out. Her mom died when she was very young. Her father didn't think that he could take care of her and her sister, I believe, and gave them both to the nuns. Offloaded them to an orphanage, and where they unfortunately were there long enough to age out.
Okay.
And everything. So they were there for the duration. And also she was born Gabrielle, Gabrielle Chanel. I don't know how to pronounce her middle name. Along the way, she took on the name Coco. And I think it's supposed to mean one or two different things, but I don't care. French. Anyway.
Baguette.
So yeah, she, let's see here. Let's just get right to it. So basically, Coco Chanel had Nazi ties before World War II and during. When she started her company, she actually started it with a German Jewish man. I'm sorry, a French Jewish man, I think, and I believe his name was Pierre something. I have it written down here somewhere, but I'm just trying to go super fast here. There we go. Pierre Wertheimer. Maybe he was German.
Yeah, Wertheimer is very German.
I would say either way, they're in France, but yeah, so yeah, maybe he was German Jewish, but
he might have been half because I mean Pierre's very French.
Yeah,
but that last the half of that is just
and it's Europe, so I mean, right. These people move around.
True.
So, but yeah, anyway, so he helped finance, but yeah, he was Jewish. Most important thing here, and there was a deal that gave the Wertheimers 70%. A Theophile Bader, 20%, and Chanel only had herself only had 10% of her company, through various wheelings and dealings, but it's not what interests me. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, we'll just go right into pre-war context. She had societal ties to the British aristocracy, notably the Duke of Westminster, long-standing connections to Germany, and those are the ties that basically put her in the sights of German intelligence for more or less social access. To it's kind of like Zoolander. Okay. Honestly, where they made that stupid saying about how the male models can just go through all sorts of places unnoticed because they're always traveling and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, like watching or reading up on this, I was like, this is freaking Zoolander. But yeah. So anyway, 39 happens. Germany invades Poland, and they do a quick about face. Go to France. France does what it does.
It means they retreated.
Yes.
And surrendered.
And surrendered. And they raised their national flag.
It's white.
She closed up shop, had like 4,000 employees. And I found it written one place, and I tried checking other places because it seemed like so much.
That's a lot, yeah.
And granted, mass production wasn't what it is today and everything, so maybe it is a much more believable number. But still, it seemed ridiculously high. But I couldn't find a number to discourage that one. So yeah, closed up shop. She moved into the Hotel Ritz. But the interesting thing about the Hotel Ritz was that was actually the headquarters for many German officers in Paris. So she moves in there, begins a relationship with the most German of Germans, Baron Hans Gunther von Dinklage. Yeah. German aristocrat, duh. German embassy press attaché, which is a fancy way of saying spy in this case. And then also linked to German intelligence. So,
was he German?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Only the Baron half. But 1940 to 41, this is where this is where it gets weird. And it's probably just the way Germans do things, because she has a code name, but an agent reference number. It's very strange. And French police / intelligence archives list Chanel as codename, quote, Westminster. Most likely because of her relation to the Duke of Westminster, right. Which if that's the case, I don't know that it's that bright of an idea. But anyway, Germans are going to German. And agent reference number F-7124, noted as, quote, suspect in occupation area files. Let's see here. And then from the archive, what was the suspect in the file? I don't know why I wrote that. Well, anyway, a lot of her job was actually more or less trying to turn people into assets for the Germans. The Germans, and what have you. But there was this operation Model Hut or Modal Hut. I don't know how you're supposed to actually say it, where Chanel. None of these are real languages. Implicated Abwehr and SS intelligence plan. Operation Model Hut mission was to pass German peace overture message to the British via Madrid, Spain. So more or less, she was supposed to go down to Spain, which she did, and I think with Zaberin, go down to Spain and basically try to backdoor peace, more or less, and whatnot. Obviously, didn't take, because 43. I think we're breaking our foot off into Italy's ass.
Indeed.
In 43, so that didn't take. Let's see here, and then. Yeah, mission failed. Links to German intelligence leadership. Here we go. Here, this is the more interesting part. So, business opportunism and anti-Jewish laws. Chanel attempted to seize control of Parfums Chanel / Chanel No. 5 during occupation. Targeted her Jewish business partners, Pierre and Paul Wertheimer. Invoked Nazi Aryanization racial laws to reclaim her share. This was cool. This was maybe my favorite part. The Wertheimers preempted by transferring business to the business ownership to a Christian.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they couldn't go after it based on.
Jeez, she was gonna gas chamber her fucking business partners. That's fucked up.
100%, because she is marked down as being an anti-Semite. So not just being opportunistic, but also having maybe not quite the Nazi levels or other true anti-Semites, but at least sympathetic.
That's fucked up.
At the very least, and having those. Maybe I don't want to kill them, but maybe they shouldn't be here. attitude.
Yeah, go send them to Madagascar.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was the Germans.
That's the joke.
Yeah, but I meant instead of killing, like instead of going that far, but just like, I'm okay with you living, maybe not on my block. That attitude.
Jeez.
So anyway, where'd I go? After the war, business returned to them. Settlement reached with Chanel. Blah. Let's see here. Liberation and aftermath. After liberation of Paris, Chanel was interrogated by French authorities, released without formal conviction for espionage. Controversial reports of British protection/intervention. It's believed that Winston Churchill might have intervened for the simple fact of not hiding this to not show this. More or less. Other British operations that were going on at the time, how that's connected, I don't think anybody really knows that still.
Yeah, it's probably never been released, or they probably burned it. But
no, because there's not even a lot about her, honestly, other than she was in bed with them and then also in bed with them.
Well, that's the thing about the reclamation of France. Like, there's no way in hell she would have escaped that if nobody came to save her.
No, right.
Like, no way she would have got away with that. And for example, I hate to cut you off, but for example, that for listeners, that if you ever watched Band of Brothers, when they show the liberation of
Holland, I think.
I think it was Holland. Yeah. And how they treated the people there that were collaborating with the Germans. That's a snippet of what happened in France.
Absolutely.
It was worse in France.
No, absolutely. Vichy France. I mean,
that whole thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, they were completely right. I mean, like they had every right to do that. But for example purposes, though, I mean, other than like a few documentaries that I think Netflix has a few for World War II, like they actually show what happened in France to those people that were collaborating with the Germans. There's no way she would have escaped this.
I should have written it down. I think they executed 1,000 people.
Yeah,
as collaborators.
And that was just what they executed.
Yeah, in France alone,
right,
1,000.
And that's just what they executed.
Yeah.
Like they still like damn near tarred and feathered everybody else.
Absolutely, so. Shaved heads, that whole thing, and that's just the French taking care of the French. It's not Nuremberg or any of the other proceedings. That's just France. Taking out France.
We got this.
Yeah.
Y'all keep moving.
The French do be good at executing.
It's one thing they're good at.
That is true.
It's one thing they're good at. Not letting their bread get stale, they're not good at. But
right.
So yeah, her and Baron von Doucheface, because I'm not scrolling back up to see his name again. They left for Switzerland. Which is interesting, given another episode. And so yeah, they left for Switzerland. They did end up coming back, or at least she did. I forget if he did. But she ended up coming back. She reopened the Couture House, 1954, and regained her influence in fashion. But what's interesting, it's twofold. Is the only reason she became big is us over here in the States, because there was no internet, there was nobody to talk shit about her, across the Atlantic and everything. So nobody really knew what she did. It was very widely known what she did in France, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised she lived so long.
Yeah, no, well, and again, she was in Switzerland, but then the reason she lived so long, though, and this was the one I read today, had a lot to do, and ironically, I was gonna try to do this guy for this, but then I got bored with him. Charles de Gaulle.
Oh yeah,
and it's just really an uninteresting person. Anyway,
he was tall and had a funny mustache.
Yeah, and historically, not a good thing for leaders. But but at some point, Charles de Gaulle was the one, and I need to look into this more to understand the context of it. But it was something I came across, where there was a point where Charles de Gaulle kind of came down and said, okay, we're done. We're moving on from what happened, so
it's interesting.
And meaning the collaborators, the sympathizers, all that, like basically he handed down the, we're done. We're moving on with, the life of France.
That is so interesting. Because why? Out of all the people, why?
Right. And again, that's something I just read today. I consider it a decent source, but it is something I want to read more on just to understand the context better.
Yeah, I want to read that too. Whenever you find something, let me know, because that's interesting.
Yeah, and so that was part of the reason that I think she was able to go back to France. But the reason she was successful was the U.S., and that's not an indictment on us. That's just an indictment on information at that age.
Oh, I guarantee if the Americans knew that she was a fucking secret Nazi, it would have never have gone off as well as it did.
Absolutely. Well, to John's guy, like we know this. Our parents didn't know about this one that John's going to bring up. So.
Well, that's a good transition.
So right. So, but yeah, that's more or less that's it for Chanel. She is in the same echelons as Adidas and Puma. Those are Nazi brothers.
Yes, they are.
Enjoy that fun fact.
Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, she's in the same, and Hugo Boss. Yep. And Hugo Boss was the one that
did the SS uniforms.
All of them, actually. I think
might have been all of them.
I think not just the SS, but all of them.
Yeah. If you ever wonder why the Nazis were so well dressed,
that's one thing you can't deny. It is one thing you cannot deny. Is it is a sharp looking military.
Yeah.
So and they ruined gray for all of eternity.
Accurate.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's Coco Chanel. So. And
all right.
I will enjoy never saying that name again.
So, I want to start off by something that I realized mid-conversation, and here nothing to do with anything we've said.
Oh, God.
This is interesting.
So, I did Henry Ford. One of the positive things he was known for was bringing up the $5 workday, which sounds terrible, but that's 1920s money.
You mean 8-hour workday?
No, $5 workday.
You made like $5 for the day.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know how much $5 accounts to if you work it into like an hourly wage?
I don't know.
About $15 an hour in today's money. God damn it!
It's funny because that's still higher.
Why do we not? Ow!
That's still higher than Indiana minimum wage. So
yeah,
most of the country it's still $7.25.
But well, to Henry Ford's point, though, a lot of those private companies are doing what he did. Because if you go to McDonald's right now, and regardless of the state, the entry is for like $15.
Yeah, and
they have it on their windows and whatnot when you drive by.
It's funny, man. White House has always actually been one of the higher paid fast food places, but that's besides the point. Yeah. Anyways.
No, I had a number of friends that worked at White Castle for that reason.
Henry Ford was a great guy, is what I'm saying. No.
Okay.
It goes downhill very fast. So obviously he was known for Ford, obviously.
Yes.
He was in charge of Ford when they came up with the assembly line.
Yes. He did not invent the car.
Nope, that was the Germans.
Yeah.
He oversaw the production of the Model T, which also came back to bite them in the ass. So he invented the concept of a production line, which is one person does one thing, you put a whole bunch of them in a line, and that person gets really good at tightening that one bolt. And then it goes to the next person, and he just keeps tightening that one bolt, and it kind of eliminates human error because you only have to do one thing.
And you get an affordable car instead of a luxury item.
Yeah. And so he oversaw that process, which led to Ford.
The same thing Hitler did. God.
The people's car? Anyways.
We'll get there.
The people's wagon.
It led to the Model T becoming an affordable car for most of the U.S. Cars existed, obviously, before Ford took on the Model T.
They got those Germans.
But they weren't common. They were very much viewed as a luxury item. So he is seen as someone who fought for the working class. He is someone who was seen as someone who was fighting for the people. However, there were some not bright spots as history developed. So one of the first things I'll kind of focus on is the anti-Semitism.
There we go.
Well, there's a lot of it.
This started... notably, he didn't always keep a quiet opinion about his anti-Semitism, but it became, recorded in history when he bought a newspaper and made it about anti-Semitism.
Yeah, he literally got an award for it. Please carry on.
It was Dearborn something.
The Dearborn Independent.
There you go.
He purchased it in 1918 and quickly turned it into a newspaper where he blamed capitalism's excesses, labor unrest, jazz music, modern art, war profiteering, and any other modern problem he could come up with was all because of the Jews.
You know, out of all that list, jazz is the one that sticks out to me.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because what the fuck? All right.
There we go.
So, real quick, if I may, because I want to let people know what's in their backyard here. Okay. There is something called the Midwest Motor Tour, and I've been to one of these museums. They're spread out between Indiana and Michigan. 10 museums for car lovers. The LaPorte County Historical Society, very impressive museum for a county museum, and filled with cars. If you go there, you get this little passport thing, right? And it shows you the other 9 museums that are throughout Indiana and Michigan. And one of them, the entire museum is, there it is. It's Richmond, Indiana. The entire museum is a Model T museum.
Oh, all
it's
right.
nothing but Model Ts.
That's kind of cool.
But yeah, but if you go to LaPorte, they have one there also. So, you want to take the kids and whatnot and see some history and whatnot. But yeah, that Midwest Motor Tour is pretty cool, especially because it's Indiana and Michigan.
Sure. Right on.
Yeah.
Back to the anti-Semitism.
There we go.
So
it's what the people are here for.
So he also.
Why though? Like, in what
Guys, do we not like our audience?
in what context are they here for the anti-Semitism?
Yes.
It's like that one video you see pop up on there. It's like,
are we the baddies?
Have you ever read Mein Kampf? Yeah, I've skimmed it. And like, oh, what was bad about World War II? The tragedy. I need you to focus in on what groups. The Germans, the Russians, the Gypsies. Notice you're leaving out a group there, bud. I need you.
Oh man, you know what that's just reminded me about? So because of my studies in history, when I was in college, I actually owned a copy of Mein Kampf. Somebody stole it from me a while ago, and I forgot about that until now.
Concerning.
Yeah, because like, why did they steal it from me?
Mm-hmm.
You know who was
which reason is it?
Well, yeah, there's really only 2. They really disagree, or the other.
Right. Like if they stole it from me and then burned it, okay, sure. But the other option.
You know who was mentioned by name in Mein Kampf?
Was it Gandhi?
Henry motherfucking Ford.
I knew the answer.
Yes.
Mr. Ford was very much beloved by Mr. Adolf to the point.
Quit churching it up.
What we're doing. Was mentioned by name. Hitler reportedly kept Ford's portrait in his office, and Ford even received an award from Germany in 1938.
The highest award that a foreigner could
ever win,
could possess.
And like, if it was in, I don't know, 1933, I could be like, people didn't, like, Germany was fairly anti-Semitic at the time. Like, it was kind of in the gray background. Not in 1938.
Nope. You knew what it was.
You knew
what this was.
You knew what was going on.
Pretty much any time after the Munich Olympics.
Yeah.
And what was that? Well, that would have been 34 because it's always on a 4, isn't it?
It's every 4.
Yeah.
So it'll be either 4 or 8.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, anytime after the Munich Olympics, because that was pretty much the last time that they tried to dress up the place.
Yeah. And they got fucking ran over by black people. It was great. Anyways.
Now, there was a retraction and apology that came from Ford eventually.
To the Jews?
To the Jews.
Oh,
look at that.
He did.
They're chosen again.
Give a public apology and try to at least own it. People are torn. Some historians believe it was sincere. but his reputation with the Jewish community never recovered.
They don't forget. They remember the Pharaoh.
By the way, I was incorrect. It was 36 was the Berlin Olympics.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, why isn't it on a year of...
It is. It's divisible by 4.
It's still
okay.
36 is divisible by 4.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Then there is the one other group I want to focus on, Fordlandia.
Yeah.
So, in the 1920s, Fordlandia was this idea to become an even bigger monopoly than what you already were.
Wasn't Walt Disney an anti-Semite also?
Yes.
Yes.
So, you see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
Fun fact, there was a lot of them back then. Formed a whole movement and everything.
Yep, had a whole war about it.
Potentially another
war.
Well, fair enough.
Fast forward to 2040.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
Like the joke that I always like to make is the last time somebody in my family saw a Nazi, they shot at them. I'm going to keep that vibe going. Please carry on.
So, 1920, Ford was tired of, paying for things. So, rubber was one of the things that they were paying the most on. So, he tried to, develop a monopoly on it. He tried working some business negotiations with various companies. It didn't go well. So, he just thought, fuck it, I'll make my own. In 1928, he purchased 2.5 million acres in Brazil for about $125,000 in today's money. So, fucking got a steal, honestly.
Yes. Crazy.
I would feature it less as a business venture and more of I could be a slave owner in Brazil. It's not illegal there.
Well, he wanted rubber. He saw what the Dutch did in Africa. He was like, I could do the same thing in Brazil.
Be in the same time zone.
So he...
Fucking piece of shit. Both of them, honestly.
You don't have to coordinate your phone calls. It's just, easier.
So he had a sociological department which monitored the behavior in Detroit and of Fordlandia. And there's a real weird, capitalism America vibe to this.
So wait, explain to me, what is Fordlandia? Can I get the explanation there? Is it like
it is what he named this property.
So it's a company town like back in the day?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I needed.
Yeah. So he purchased this land and was like, this is Fordlandia. And it was this weird kind of fucking social experiment where it was
very Jonestown-y sounding.
Oh, we get there. Mm-hmm. I bet they wanted to kill themselves. So they
ironic since the Jonestown people didn't want to. Continue.
Alcohol, tobacco, and women were banned.
Again, you're not going to want to be alive for much longer in that situation.
Malaria ran rampant, and I think there was also some version of anti-vax going on with Ford, and so didn't believe in, I don't know, preventative medicines or things like that. So a lot of people fucking died from this.
And my surprise is
Although I am curious, how much were you actually preventing back then?
But the weird thing is that they were forcing American customs on Brazilian people. So they forced them to eat fucking hamburgers and American canned food and oatmeal and shit like that to kind of force the American. These were Brazilians. They didn't like fucking American shit.
They had better food than us.
They had better food.
So he Argentined Brazil before the Germans Argentined Argentina.
Yes.
Again, he literally read from the Dutch playbook of what they did in Africa. Well, except for the feeding them part, but
fair. Increments, small increments.
So, this very quickly turned into a disaster. By the early 1930s, it was hemorrhaging money. This project that originally cost them about $125,000 in today's money cost him about $20 million in today's money.
Jeez.
Was not profitable in the least bit, and by 1945, he abandoned the project entirely.
And he'd wasted a decent amusement park name on a slave camp.
Yeah. But it was also, it wasn't just that, I don't know, it wasn't treating people like people. It wasn't profitable because he didn't listen to experts and thought he knew better. So the rubber crop was fucking abysmal, and he was not producing nearly the quality or amount that he needed, and it was just a doomed project from the beginning.
Yeah, ask Mao about the sparrows sometime, or the Ukrainians about anything.
Yep.
Apparently, you could still find remnants of this town, but there's not much left. It's in the middle of a fucking rainforest.
It's the middle of the rainforest.
That would be cool. I'm going on YouTube and checking that out. I love ghost town shit.
You really do. That's true.
I do.
Yeah, there's still some remnants, but
that's awesome. Dude, one of my favorite things is like finding abandoned stuff in the Appalachian Mountains and whatnot that's been reclaimed, and like there's just a chimney and everything's just cool.
And that's all I got on Mr. Henry Ford.
Right on.
So many misters.
Though he did give us the Ford Mustang. So, leveled out.
Okay. He gave us the Ford Mustang, which is also responsible for killing people, but it's fine.
You have a very strange bar.
Talk to Brandy about her car.
So, again,
space slavery.
Again, to use your metric, Hitler gave us the Beetle.
I don't credit him with the Beetle.
The Volkswagen was built at his commission.
That's like
at his commission.
Henry Ford for the Model Ts. He didn't design it. He was just in charge at the time.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm just gonna end this episode now before somebody.
Hitler was in charge at the time. It's the same fucking thing. What are you talking about?
Okay. I'm gonna wrap this bad boy up.
I wanted to get that mad.
What kind of arithmetic did you just perform to get
succeeded.
to that?
You did it.
Like what?
Congratulations, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna end this episode before you blow a fucking gasket. Anyways, so yeah, if you made this far in the episode, we appreciate you listening to us. Like I mentioned before, if you're new, please give us a like, give us a follow. Make sure you're sharing us with your friends that don't mind some mild cursing and some questionable morals and
questionable math.
Yes. Anyways, we appreciate you.
Ford was in charge at the time, but that means Hitler wasn't.
Can I just do my thing?
No.
I can mute you. I will do it. Anyways. If you made this fun episode, like I said before, we appreciate giving us a listen to. We appreciate the support. Like all of our stuff, buy some of our merch, and we will catch y'all next time. Thanks, and y'all be cool.